Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Facebook Live. This is what we are making today, this adorable little Easter treat. I'm going to show you what's inside in just a minute. Easter's right around the corner. It's right at the end of March, so if you haven't started your Easter projects, make sure that you get those started soon. It comes up quicker than you think, so if you haven't started Easter projects, make sure you do. We're going to get to that in just a second. Paper Pumpkin for March. The subscription period is now open. March's Paper Pumpkin is going to include 2 stamp sets. So if you want to get an extra bonus stamp set, make sure that you subscribe to March's Paper Pumpkin. And then we have the add-on here that's going to coordinate with all 3 months of Paper Pumpkin, January, February, and March. So it's going to be a good kit. The February kit was so adorable. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine, I always send out a PDF with a few alternate projects, and that PDF should be going out hopefully today. So if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, make sure that you check that. All right, guys, we have just about a week left of Celebration. So if you have not gotten all your Celebration items, you have about a week left. It ends a week from tomorrow, February 29th. So make sure that you are shopping Celebration. There are more options from our mini catalog and our annual catalog. You can check these out as well as everything from in here. This Sunday will be our final Celebration Sunday. We are going to do the watermelon stamp set, the watercolor melon. This is the one we're using this week. And the card I have is so adorable. And I'm going to show you a really fun technique to stamp those watermelons. So you'll want to tune in on Sunday for Celebration Sunday. I'll be live 10 a.m. on Sunday right here in my VIP group. It's kind of a dark day here. We have some weather coming in, and it's supposed to get super windy. So I can see the lighting on my video is not ideal, but you know, I can't control the weather, you guys, as much as I would like. This is our box that we're making today. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share this with your crafty friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you do need to order any supplies or take advantage of those Celebration offers, you can head to my online store, use this host code. This will be good through February 29th. March 1st, I will have a brand new host code up for you guys. All right, we're going to use this Easter Bunny stamp set. This is actually in our annual catalog. This was in our spring catalog last year, but this was in our, this is now in our annual catalog, and there is a punch that coordinates with this little bunny here. So both of those things are in our annual catalog. They're sold separately. They're not bundled anymore, but you can buy the stamp set and the punch separately. We're not going to use the punch today because we're using this little bunny. Any of these bunnies will work. And if you're not a fan of fussy cutting, go ahead and use that punch, because we're going to be fussy cutting our bunny, but if you don't want a fussy cut, go ahead and use that punch. Okay, so what's inside my little treat box? Well, let's take a look. Inside our little Easter treat box is a Reese's Easter egg, Reese's peanut butter egg. These are yummy. Reese's are always a big hit. Everybody loves Reese's. So let's get started. So I have a piece of Pool Party cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 6.5. We're going to start on the short side, so on the 5.5 inch side. We're going to start, and we're going to score at 1 inch on each side. So do 1 inch, and then rotate it all the way around and do 1 inch again. All right, now on the long side, on the 6.5 inch side, we're going to score it at 2, 3, 5, and 6. So super easy score lines. Nothing fancy to remember there. All whole numbers. Everybody loves that. All right, let's do some burnishing on those score lines now. So I'm gonna burnish. I asked you guys on my Facebook page yesterday what your favorite crafting snack was, and a lot of you said licorice. I had no idea licorice was such a good crafting snack. But a lot of you said licorice. That was very interesting to me. So thanks for chiming in. And there's still time to chime in. You can head to my post on my in my VIP group and chime in. Or you can comment on this video. That's fine too. Your favorite crafting snack. Or, I mean, maybe you don't snack during crafting. That's fine too. All right, so I'm talking while I'm doing this. But so you have a 1/2 inch score line over here. These squares in the middle, we're just notching those in. So I just cut straight up the score lines, and then I notched in on the squares. Now we're going to turn it this way so we have that 1/2 inch score line facing us, and we're going to cut straight down that score line and kind of free this middle part. This is going to be the lid that goes into our box. So I'm going to fold that out of the way. I'm going to cut these little 1/2 inch tabs off. We don't need those. And I'm going to straighten these out just a little bit because we're going to use our corner rounder. You can just notch these in if you want, but I'm going to just use my corner rounder on that. So I'm going to make sure they're nice and straight, or as straight as I can get them. That one I did not do a good job. I'm going to have to go back in and see if I can modify that a little bit. There we go. So this is what it looks like so far. So that's all with our scissors. We've taken out all those little notches and stuff. I'm going to clean up my trash. So we've notched in from this way with the score line, and then with the tabs in the middle, we notched in from the top and the bottom. So I hope that makes sense. All right, grab a corner rounder, whatever you use. We don't currently sell a corner rounder, so whatever corner rounder you have. And we are going to round this big flap here. That's going to be our lid, so we want to make sure that's nice and rounded. And then I'm going to fold that down, and we're going to do these little flaps here. And actually, I need to fold it this way to get that in there. So we're just going to round those tabs here, and that's just to make sure everything has a nice, clean, uniform look. Okay. There we go. Well, how did I do that? It goes this way. Nope. This way. This one is the easy one, and I can't figure it out. There we go. All those are rounded. So this is now what your finished one should look like. Your trimmed box should look like. If you don't want to round the corners, that's fine. You can always just kind of notch in, and it'll work beautifully as well. All right, let's get this thing assembled. So this is going to be the back of my box. I like to have my tab fold into the back of my box. So this is going to be the back of my box. This is going to be the front of my box. I'm actually going to lay down my DSP before we adhere this all together. And so I'm just using some Stampin' Seal Plus. That's what I have on hand to put my box together. So that's what I'm going to use. But any adhesive will work. And this is just going to fit right into our little front box there. This DSP is the softly stippled DSP. This is part of our Sale-a-Bration DSP, and it is 1 7/8 by 3 3/8, and all of the measurements are in the video description, so you don't have to worry about any of that. All right, now that we have the front of our box on, we know what's the front. We're going to put some adhesive on these. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the front outside tabs, but it's on the inside. I hope that makes sense. So not on the side you put the DSP on, but on the inside, and you only want to do below that score line. So I'm only putting adhesive in this part. Don't put any adhesive on the part that you corner rounded, because then your box will stick together. And then I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on these tabs, little square tabs, and we're going to fold this score line, and we're going to fold it into the box this way, and so the tab is going to stick on the outside of the box like that. Now, I know that looks incorrect now, but by doing it this way, we're going to sandwich that tab in the middle, and then you're going to have a nice, clean, finished box inside here. So the tabs are on the outside, like that, and then you're going to take the front of the box and just wrap it around, just like that. Okay? And so doing it this way, your tabs are going to be sandwiched on the inside. You're going to have a nice, clean box, and you have a nice rounded front on all sides this way. So let's go ahead and close up our box just like that. So isn't that cute? And so you're never going to see any of those seams. They're all in the back. All right. So my Reese's eggs, I got these at Walmart. This is a 6-pack, so you can make a bunch of them. I think they sell them. Oh, look, I'm down to one. I think they sell them in big bags too, so you can get these. But these are such a good size. They make such a good gift. So just pop your little Reese's egg right in, close up your box, and you're ready to go. And we already have that DSP on the front. The softly stippled DSP, I think I mentioned, but that's a Sale-a-Bration item. So if you want that Sale-a-Bration item, make sure you grab it before Sale-a-Bration's done. Okay, I'm going to put my box over here so we know what we're doing. Let's do some stamping. So I have already punched a 2-inch circle out of pumpkin pie. So we're going to do some stamping on that. My little label here, I have from the Stylish Shapes dies, just a little label. Now, I would recommend actually stamping and then die cutting. We're going to do it a little backwards just because it's the video, but we're going to stamp both of these in pumpkin pie ink. So grab that ink. And for the pumpkin pie circle, we're just going to stamp the the carrot all over. And we're going to do that in different directions. We want the space filled up with this carrot. And so just rotate your stamp, rotate your paper, just to fill it up with that carrot. A little bit there. Okay, so just like that. All right, now for the greeting. And there's a couple of cute greetings in this Easter Bunny stamp set. I'm going to have to pull this down a little bit more so I can get this on the little treat on the label. Oh, not so bad. Just make sure you do it in the middle. We're going to cover up each side, so just do that right in the middle. All right, let's close up our pumpkin pie ink, and I am going to grab my little cloth to clean up the pumpkin pie ink that went off. Don't forget you can get this glass mat for free when you join Stampin' Up. You can join my team. There's a link in the video description. You can get the glass mat for free. It's such a good stamping surface, and there's lots of techniques that you can do on this glass mat. All right, now you'll want to stamp your bunny and your eggs in black memento ink. I've already done that because I wanted it to have some good drying time before we brought in our Stampin' blends. So let's start with our little bunny. He is just going to get some simple coloring. We're just going to color with Bubble Bath the inside of his ears, and we're going to give him a little rosy cheeks. So with my dark Bubble Bath, I'm going to do the inside of his ears. We're not going to do any ink blending on the bunny because we want him to stay cute and white. So dark Bubble Bath on the inner side of his ears, and then just a little circle of light Bubble Bath just for a rosy little cheek, just like that. And the bunny is all done. So I'm going to put my Bubble Bath markers away, set him aside. For the little eggs, we'll start with our Highland Heather. So we're not going to do a lot of blending on these either, just kind of just coloring them, just washing some color over them. I'm going to use my light Highland Heather and just color the entire egg, the polka dot one. And then I'll go in with my dark, and all I'm doing is filling in the little circles, the little dots on this egg. Okay, and we're going to let this one dry before we do the pool party one, just so that the colors don't try to bleed into each other. So let's do our Lemon Lolly one. So we have Lemon Lolly here. I'm going to start with the dark, and I'm going to do this middle stripe with the dark, and then this bottom stripe with the dark. And we're going to come back and add another layer of dark over that just to make it a little bit darker. And then for the rest of the egg, we're just going to color this in. You can even go over those dark areas. That'll blend it just a tiny bit, but we're just looking for that wash of color. All right, and one more time over those dark areas, just to give it a little bit of extra depth. Okay, perfect. And finally, the pool party. We're going to start with the light pool party, and I'm just going to go over the whole thing. And then this is the only one we're doing a little bit of blending on. I'm going to take my dark pool party and just kind of shade the right side of it. And that's basically all we're going to do. Just kind of go over that, just soften those edges, and that's it. Easy peasy coloring. Nothing fancy. All right. So you will now have to fussy cut these because these don't have dies, these don't have punches. Now, if you're using this little bunny, then you could absolutely just punch it out, but you will still have to fussy cut the eggs. So, but thanks to the magic of television, we've already done that. So I have my images all fussy cut, all ready to go in advance. So let's get this whole thing put together. So we have our pumpkin pie circle, our greeting, and I'm looking for dimensionals. Here we go. So pumpkin pie circle, this is a 2-inch circle, so it's going to fit pretty much perfectly on the box. So I'm just going to put some dimensionals on that. I'm going to put some dimensionals on our bunny. Peel those off so they're ready to go. And on my greeting, I'm only going to put dimensionals on the left side because the right side is going to be layered onto that pumpkin pie circle. And so we want that to sit nice and flat. So a little bit of just Stampin' Seal or some liquid glue just on the right side. Okay, so let's get this all put together. All right, we have our little carrot piece here. That's going to go right on the box. Now it will hang off just a tiny bit, so just make sure it doesn't go past the bottom. That way it still stands up nice and flat. All right, now our bunny is going to go right on over that, but let's get our little greeting on first. This is going to go almost all the way to the edge on the on the left. I'm trying to get that nice and straight. A little bit higher. There we go. So it's going to go almost all the way to the edge. We're going to cover this up with some eggs, so don't worry. And then our little bunny goes right on there. Super cute. Now, for this little lemon lolly egg, we're going to put a dimensional on the back of that. And this one's going to go right on the edge there. And then this one, we're going to put a dimensional. I'm just going to kind of snuggle it in back here and pull off that backing. And that way we can get these eggs kind of put exactly where we want them, just like that. Perfect, right? Now I don't have any ribbon or other embellishments on there. This is pretty much your finished treat, but if you wanted to add some other embellishments, you absolutely could. But I hope you guys enjoyed this sweet little Reese's egg box. This is a quick one to make, so if you're making a lot of Easter egg treats or maybe some treats for schools or craft shows or whatever, this is a really good one to pull out. I think this will be a really popular one. It's super simple, super cute. So that's it for me, guys. Make sure you join me on Sunday again for my final Sale-a-Bration Sunday. And thank you guys so much for joining me. If you are shopping, head to my online store. Use this host code. All orders receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. Orders over $50 or more receive the make ticket that coordinates with that. And if you have ordered up until yesterday, all of those kits got shipped out yesterday. So I am all caught up on sending out those kits. So if you place an order after yesterday, your kit will be coming by the end of the month. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.